It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Showtime, we're here. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Sometimes I just feel like having fun. You know, life is so stressful, so much anxiety, stress, just, you know, the enemy is busy, so we rebuke you, Satan, in the name of God, because he's busy. But here we are blessed and highly favored. And it is, yes, the Geno Jones Show. I know you're saying, Geno, I can see that big ass sign. Stevie Wonder can see that big ass sign. Well, that's good. I'm here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. We got a new start time coming up soon, 7 p.m. Even though I don't know, as I consider, since I am, you know, I am the boss. It's the company, just me. So, but anyway, 7:30, Monday through Friday. I mean, unless otherwise something comes up, we'll let you know. All right, do me a favor. From the top of the show, I need everybody to click on that thumbs up button right now. Please, 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 please. Click on the thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, share, and like. So that thumbs up means like you like the show. You can hate watch too. The MAGA hate watches, that's all good. But just click on. Click on. You don't even click on the thumbs up. Just look, share it. Click on the share button. You can copy and paste the link on any and every platform, and tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Coming up in a few minutes, my guest returning to the show, part of the Geno Jones Show family. She's running to be the probate judge of Charleston County, South Carolina. Just a brilliant, brilliant sister, black woman magic, Tamara Curry, just fabulous. And listen, Charleston County in South Carolina would be blessed and fortunate to have a woman of this caliber, this expertise with her resume to be the probate judge. And she'll explain to you exactly what a probate judge does and how a probate judge will be able to help make your life, my life, everybody's life better. So, and she does a great job. It's like, when I have her on the show, I feel like I'm in class. I'm always learning. I come out smarter after we've talked than I was before we talked. So, speaking of smarter and going to class, I want to speak to my young people because a lot of young people have already started school. Some colleges now, you know, from kindergarten, like middle schools, elementary schools, high schools. In most cases, now Chicago, you don't go back till right after Labor Day, in the city anyway. But a lot of places around it now. Some places have year-round school. But here in South Carolina, I think in the Carolinas also, Georgia was like that too. August, so some students, the first day was last week. Some counties, the first day was almost like the first week in August. It's been a move-in day for a lot of colleges and universities. As a matter of fact, shout out to Usher, his son, I guess either just experienced, him and Usher just experienced, or it's coming up. I think they already had their move-in day. He is going to Howard University, HU, you know, even though the brothers and sisters at Hampton, they're like, hold on with that. We're the HU, you know. So I'm not getting into you all's fight. I got love for everybody, so both of y'all are HU, you know, or HU, I know. So shout out to all those young people. I want to remind young people that you have incredible power. And in this season to where the hatred, the bigotry, the racism, yesterday, the young brother, Nolan Xavier Wells, whose body was found in a lake, Horn Lake, Mississippi. That's near Biloxi. He went out with a bunch of his buddies, a group of white kids. He thought it was his so-called friends, and they went out on a boat outing, and everybody came back, but Nolan Wells. Now his white buddies, his little teenage buddies, they came back, and then they went to Nolan's mom's house without her son, but they had her son's phone and car and keys. Still unsolved mystery, and I've been talking a lot about that. But the point I want to make is that you have a lot of power, but we want you to really, really be aware of your surroundings. People say, oh, woke, anti-woke, you don't want to be woke. No, the people that don't want you to be awake, woke, is a synonym for being awake, which means to be aware, to be aware of your surroundings, who's around you, what's around you, where you are. It's so important to tap into your instincts, your God-given instincts. Trust your instincts, whatever you call it. Trust that energy, that spirit. Mother with, your spirit. And spirit is energy, so don't get it confused. You're like, well, spirit, well, what if I don't believe in God, I don't go to church? No, everyone has a spirit, and all that is energy. We all release energy, good or bad. There's some people in your life, they can walk in the room, and when they walk in the room gets brighter. It's like somebody hit a light switch. And just the energy is positive and happy, and any anxiety and stress is reduced when you get around this person. They make you feel good, they make you feel calm and relaxed. And then there are some people, they walk in a room and it is like a total solar eclipse. The room gets dark and the anxiety level shoots up, and you can just feel that tension, and it's like, boy, that energy, that's their spirit. But I want you to understand that you have the power, and there's going to be forces that profit off of racism, bigotry, hate, fear, misogyny, sexism, patriarchy. For a century, there's always been a small handful of people that have profited from fear, division, hatred in all of its forms. Racism and misogyny, sexism, all of it, all the isms, all of it. Pitting us against each other so they can continue to profit and reap billions and trillions of dollars. But my Gen Zers, especially my millennials and my Gen Zers, you all are very unique. Man, you all are brilliant, and you all are real good bullshit barometers. My Gen Zers, I got one. I got a Gen Z. I got a millennial daughter, and I got a daughter, Allie's a Gen Z. And they are bright. They have a sense of humanity. They lean into a sense of community, but you can't bullshit them. And they'll call you. They'll call you bullshit. They'll be, hey, wait a minute. Nope. Your mouth is saying this, but your actions and behavior, your walk does not match your talk. Your talk has got to match your walk. But I want my young brothers and sisters of all backgrounds to understand that you have the power. And the reason that people are trying to put up all these roadblocks and try to distract you with these crazy labels about, oh, communism and socialism, which they don't know what the hell they're talking about, because the truth is Social Security, Medicaid, SNAP benefits, all right, the interstate, 95 or 26 or I-10 or whatever interstate, the interstate you jumped on to go back to college or to go to college to move in, that interstate highway that goes through your city. All right, how about public libraries, public Wi-Fi, free breakfast, all of that. That's socialism, but they don't tell you that. And trust me, ain't nobody turning down all these folks, so the labels don't matter. What matters is, are you going to use your position that is bestowed upon you by the people? Politicians are public figures. Your job is to use that power to represent us. Not for yourself, not to make yourself and your family rich. It is to benefit the people that you represent, to make their lives better. That is a very unique position. It is a very special position. And you are a vessel, whether you realize it or not. Politicians we all can be vessels at one time or another. At any moment, actually. Politicians, you're public servants, and you're vessels to be able to be blessings and to make the lives of other people better. But young people, you get to pick your leaders. You get to pick your leaders, and you need to show up, because I'm going to let you all in on a little secret. that these folks that don't want you to vote, they don't want you to know this. You got the power. You got the numbers, which is one of the reasons you got the power, because you got the energy and you've got the intellect and you got the brilliance. Even if you got some of y'all that maybe don't like school or whatever, but you all are smart because they're different forms of intelligence. But you've got the power because you have the numbers. And that is the scariest thing. There are more millennials and Gen Z than any other age group. More than Gen Xers, than baby boomers, greatest generations. You all have the numbers, you got the youth, you've got the power. And we, Gen Xers and baby boomers, we have the wisdom, but they don't want you to step into that power. But I'm telling you, I want you to. There's a song, I'm going old school, 30 years ago. It was this song, y'all call it, this joint, one-hit wonder called Snap called, I got the power, boom, 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 boom. It was big in the clubs back in the day. You, yes, you, Gen Zers, really, we all do. But I'm targeting my Gen Zers specifically and my millennials. You've got the power. So all these people throwing all these, this person is a communist or socialist or, that's bullshit. Whoever wants to represent you, do your homework, find out, show up. Show up when these people ask for your vote. What are you going to do to make my life better? Are you going to make sure that I can afford to pay rent, let alone buy a house? Am I going to be able to afford gasoline? Am I going to be able to afford groceries? Are you going to help me out with my student loans? Are you going to eliminate some of this debt? I've got $100,000, $150,000 in school loan debt, which that's a whole nother scam, and I can't find a job, and I'm at home with my mom, and thank God in a couple years, I get kicked off the insurance. What am I going to do? What are you going to do to make my life better so I can pursue this American dream? Even on this day, back in 1619, the 20 Africans from Angola brought to the shores of Virginia near Jamestown. The first of our African ancestors, roughly 20, that were brought to the shores here, this land they call now the United States of America. And in terms of America's part in the transatlantic slave trade, chattel slavery, it all started officially here. August 20th, this date, back in 1619. All right, my guest, let me make this pivot. She is running to be probate judge of Charleston County, South Carolina. She is a brilliant, brilliant woman, beautiful spirit, beautiful soul, beautiful woman, beautiful family. She's been on the show before, so I'm always excited to bring her back on. And I promise you, because every time she comes on, I'm smarter at the end of the show than I was at the beginning of the show. There you see the lovely and talented Tamara Curry. Welcome back to the show. Hello, my sister. How are you?
I am well. How are you? Thank you so much for having me on the show this evening.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for letting me get on my soapbox with my young people. It is so important. And I know you share passion. You know, you are a parent also, you and Eduardo are parents. And I have been trying to empower our young people, especially, like I said, our Gen Xers, those in their 20s, late teens, 20s, 30s, our millennials, to let them know the future is now, and you all are the future right now. The future is right here, right now. You all are the leaders right here, right now. Step into that leadership, step into that power, and it's up to us, our generation, to make sure that we are the wise counsel, and we can share that platform, because if people really go back and study the civil rights movement in the 60s, John Lewis was in his early 20s. A lot of the leaders, they were young people in their 20s and 30s. Dr. King he didn't even make 40. He was assassinated at 39, just like Malcolm X. So we need the energy and the passion of our youth with the wisdom and the passion we have. But when you put that together, it's unstoppable. So thank you for kind of letting me get on my soapbox.
Oh,
Uh,
no, I
so,
agree.
uh,
I
so
totally agree.
Tamara Curry, I want to say, let's start off. If you don't mind, give us your origin story for those who may be new to the show, and I'll explain to everybody exactly what does a probate judge do.
Correct. Well, as you indicated, my name is Tamara Curry, and I was actually raised in Charleston. So I am a Charlestonian. Some people say a Geechee. It comes out when I talk sometimes, but born and raised here. Uh, I also went to an HBCU, South Carolina State University. Go
Go
Bulldogs!
Bulldogs!
You
Yeah.
know, some great things have come out of South Carolina State University, and truly just blessed to be able to serve my community. But as you indicated, I am was an associate probate judge for Charleston County for 24 years, and a lot of people always come to me and they come and they say, "What is probate?" And I always tell people that most of the time people don't think about probate court until they actually need it. And you say, well, how do you need it? Well, a lot of times when people come to us, it's usually during a difficult and important moment in their life. It could be after they have lost a loved one. It may be that they have an aging parent and that parent needs protection. Or it could be someone who is facing mental health challenges, substance use disorders, and they need assistance with the court. One of the things that a lot of people don't know that we do, if you're going to get married, you come to the probate court for your marriage license.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
And
true.
correct, yes, yes. Sometimes they come and get those marriage license for other reasons other than getting married because they need a copy for other reasons.
Yeah, sure.
Um, but the other thing that we also do, and Charleston County had a adult drug court, an adult mental health court, an adult veterans court, and a juvenile court. And I actually assisted in starting and presided over the first mental health court in the state of South Carolina. And with all of these courts, these are individuals who have nonviolent felonies. There's criminal involvement, and the purpose is to deal with whatever the issue is, whether or not it's mental health issues or substance misuse issues. And I can just say that when I can see individuals who came through the court and I see them out in society, they're working in restaurants and they're doing well, buying houses, getting married, having families, then we know that we've done all that we needed to do in order to save lives and restore families, basically.
So, say a day in the life of a probate judge. Can you gave us a pretty good example in terms of what you do. So explain. Let's say I always do like a little segment on the show. Say we take a trip
Right.
to the barbershops and the beauty salons, and we walking in and especially young people, and sometimes not so young people, they'll say, "Well, my vote don't count. It don't matter. They all the same. Two wings on the same bird. These folks gonna do what they want to do anyway. My vote doesn't matter. So why should I show up? None of them done anything for me or my neighborhood or my community. And I understand the frustration, but the frustration is intentional. That's what they want you to be frustrated. That's why there's so many obstacles, voter suppression and voter
Correct.
interference. But I'll let you, in your own words, we walking into that barber shop or beauty salon, explain to them how you being in a position of probate judge, even you did a great job. I'll let you even drill down some more how that can improve their lives in ways that they may not think about in such an obvious way.
Well, I think whenever anybody comes through the probate court, as I indicated, sometimes they're coming at a time that's um,
Like lost a mom or dad or
there's a lot of
somebody like
there's a
that.
lot of stress.
Hmm.
They're there are there may be sadness. There could be just a lot going on. And when you come to any court, you want to make sure that the judge who comes before you is somebody, number one, who has the experience,
Yes.
but not only experience, but sound judgment to understand whatever your issues are and to have compassion. Someone who realizes that you are not just a number, that you are a family with some issues, and you want to make sure that that judge is there to serve you and to understand whatever it is you're going on, but whatever it is that you're going through. The other thing that always amazed me still, when I had families who come in who look like me, and they are like, oh my goodness, I have an African American judge. So the judiciary should reflect what the community looks like. If you look at the probate court for Charleston County right now, there's no one who looks like Tamara Curry anymore in that court.
Wow. And
And
how
when
many
you look
judges
at,
are on the court, Tamara?
there are five.
Five. Wow.
There are five. And since I left, two more have been hired.
Mm.
And none of those judges reflects the community. To me, the probate court and its staff should reflect the entire community. And so you want somebody who's compassionate, who understands the culture of the entire community, because probate judges, even though we run partisan races, when you come before the judge, you're not concerned about whether or not you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, but am I going to have a fair hearing? Is this person going to listen to me? And even if I disagree with the ruling, I know that I am going to get a fair trial before whomever that particular judge is.
That's so important. So, uh, my grandmother taught me many pearls of wisdom, and one thing she would always she would say, "Jeannie, name it and claim it, speak it into existence." And I say that to then say, when you become the probate judge of Charleston County, day one, what is your day one plans and goals, and then what are your first 90 days, first 100-day plans?
Okay. My first plan is that Charleston County, I represent all of Charleston County, and that is all the way from McClellanville all the way to a place, the Collington County line. And Monday night, I'm going to be in a place called Willtown, Parker's Ferry. And I have everything in between. And when I go out and I um, see the residents, I realize that there is no one size fit all. So one of the first things that I want to do is to look throughout the entire community and determine where there are certain needs or what the community believes that their needs are. A prime example, in order doing early voting, in order to vote during early voting, if you lived on Edisto, you had to drive all the way to West Ashley, 20 miles, or you had to go to the election headquarters. It's the same thing with resources. Our resources are stretched out. So to make an assessment as to what those needs are, one of my number one primary goals are to make sure that the resources that are the additional resources that I believe need to be implemented, that they are done in a method where the average citizen can understand, and I'm not using legalese, basic language to understand why they need wills and power of attorneys and estate planning, and what it takes in order to do that to avoid things like heirs property. So, working with heirs property, assessing the needs of the community are what I am going to do the first 90 days.
All right. Well, I've been here 21 years now, 21 and a half years. And I've watched the way you've moved, judged, and your level of, like I say, your resume speaks for itself. It is off the charts. There's nobody, I guarantee you, everybody, there's nobody that's among those probate judges that's got a resume that tops this woman you see on the screen.
Well,
I would, I
Oh,
would,
no, no.
I would always also venture to say there's nobody, there are no judges in that court that has more compassion, empathy, humanity, decency, a sense of morality, a sense of service, a sense of serving the culture, the community, and all of Charleston County.
Correct.
That
Thank
that
you.
that's who you are, and I've always
Thank
admired
you.
that about you and your
Thank you.
family.
So there are two things I want you to know because I think that this is important for your viewers to know. In the state of South Carolina, there's only one judgeship that's elected by the people, and it's the probate judge. All of
Wow.
the other judges are
Mm.
elected through the legislature. And that is the reason why, when you look at the number of African American judges, where the numbers are low, because our legislature, where we do not even, where they have the supermajority, they're the ones who pick judges. But the residents of Charleston County can pick this judge, who is the judge who will be representing them. The other fact that I want, because you were talking about history, in 136 years, that's how long this has been a constitutional court. We have never elected in Charleston County, in the state of Charleston, as I call it. We have never elected a female probate judge,
Wow.
even though 40 to 50% of the judges in the state are female, but not in Charleston. So I would be the first female elected. In 136 years, we had one African American judge for only 4 years. So we know for 132 years, it's been other people who make the decisions for us. When we can have a judge who's the elected probate judge, who makes the decision about how the tax dollars will be used to make sure that it's accountable, that we're accountable, and that those dollars go to the needs of our citizen. And I think that that's so important. So
So
we
I'm
can
just.
do some first. We can do some first.
Oh yeah,
This election.
it's funny that you mentioned first. So the first African American president, Barack Obama, I've done my homework and found out that 60% of all the registered black voters, African American voters in South Carolina, showed up to vote. I have issued a guarantee. I said if 80% of all the registered African American voters show up on October 19th, because
Correct. We don't need to wait.
right. I have been saying, I know you've heard me, you've seen the show. I've said election day in South Carolina is October 19th.
Correct.
Election day ends November 3rd.
Correct.
Don't wait until November 3rd, November 2nd, November 1st. We need to show up, and we need to show up for ourselves. But if you don't want to show up for yourself, show up for somebody you love that can't show up for themselves, an elderly parent, a grandparent, for your children, your grandchildren, nieces and nephews, your members in the community, the elderly woman or man that lives next door to you. Show up for your sorority sisters and your fraternity brothers, your Mason brothers, your Eastern Star sisters, your church members. But show up for yourself and show up for each other. If 60% of all the registered black voters in South Carolina, listen, if you can show up for President Obama, I got nothing but love for him and Michelle, who's from the South Side like me. But if we can show up like that for President Obama, how in the hell can we not show up for ourselves and each other, and for
Correct.
judges like Tamara Curry? We can show
Well,
up
we
for
have
ourselves. We get to
we have never
determine.
had a ballot. We have never had a ballot like we're going to have in November.
Yes.
First black governor,
Jermaine was on last night.
comptroller.
It was such a great conversation. I mean, it got emotional. He really,
Hmm.
for those who had never seen him, they got to see who the man really is, and what
Correct.
his mission, and him understanding that he knows that timing is everything, and that he's a vessel. He's a vessel to be a blessing to like the
That's
entire
true.
state. Even folks that don't look like him, folks that may not even vote for him. Just like I talked about the compassion, the empathy, the humanity, to see the
Yes.
common humanity in all of us. Like I said, these labels have been used for centuries to trick folks,
Correct.
to have them afraid, or thinking that they were better than. These billionaires don't care about you either. None of us, no matter what you look like. So don't be fooled. And it don't care about your money. You may be living good, 500,000, maybe. These they don't care. They want us to be fighting and to be at each other and to be distracted. Wow,
Correct.
there are data centers that's affecting the weather, that's poisoning the air, the water, running up our energy bills. And you go to the gas station. Listen, when you go to the gas pump, Democrat, Republican, independent, non-voter, Christian, Muslim, atheist, $5 a gallon. When you go to the grocery
That's
store,
true.
that cashier, that cash register, or you do the self-checkout, it don't say,
And
oh,
you
you
were
get a
like, I
discount.
didn't even buy any meat, and
That's
it's
right.
$100.
So the point I'm trying to make is all these
Yes.
other labels and distractions. Listen to the folks, the handful of people that control the social, economic, and political power, and that want more, and is trying to affect my shot because they don't like what I'm saying. Listen, tell the truth, shame the devil, is what my
That's
grandmother
true.
said. And
That is
when
so
we
true.
realize, the fear is, when people wake up and figure that out, they'll be like, oh snap, they'll move differently, and they will look for leaders who are servant leaders that understand a leader. People you lead, you put in front, except in instances where you need to be in front to protect them. But
That's true.
leaders lead from in front and behind. If I am serving you as a leader, then no, you eat first. No, I will go without. I will sacrifice. My job is to represent you, to make your life better. I'm
Correct.
having this power puts anyone in a position to make their own life better. But we are not, politicians, public servants, anyone with a platform of power. You have that power, which is a blessing. And you have that power to be a blessing to somebody else, not to
Correct.
yourself. So, Judge Curry, I want to give you the final word also, everybody. So listen to Judge. She needs volunteers and canvassers and door knockers
Correct.
and cash. Campaigns need cash. So support this sister. She'll probably say, look, I'm not her campaign finance manager, but I'm sure, listen, if you got $5, if you got one, if you got 50,000, just go ahead. Just think about it. If I think, what is I did the homework. I can't remember. You may know the actual number of just registered black voters, not alone all registered Democrats. I'm thinking whatever that number is.
I know in Charleston County we're looking at about 200,000,
Boom.
and that's almost, it's somewhere between 185 and 200,000 voters that I have to touch.
Thank you. So
Yes.
I'm not even lowballing you, Judge, but I'm just, as an example, putting it out there. If all 200,000, man, if y'all go to her website that she's gonna give you and put up $1. Or there was a song back, you remember back in the day, I got 5 on it. So 5 is like $1. But just even if just that 200,000, if you all donated $1, that's $200,000. And everybody got 5 on it, you can do the math. You'll be good to go. So, thank you, Judge. But let everybody know, like I said, you've got the last
Well,
word.
I want them to follow. I just want ask that they, number one, follow the website and to share so that the message can get out. It's www.curryforprobate.com. You can get on and sign up to volunteer, even if it's to make some calls, to canvass. We will be canvassing. We will be writing notes, because what people always say is we don't know who the candidates are. Well, you're going to know who the candidates are this time. We will make sure that you know who the candidates are. And as you indicated, we need you to vote. We don't need you to wait till November 3rd. We need you to get out and vote like you did in the primary. And when we wake up on the 4th, we hope to have a new governor and secretary of state and comptroller and secretary of agriculture and treasurer and hopefully electing some house members and to get rid of some moms for liberty off of the school board
Yes.
and some council people, because guess what, book banning, if they're book banning, that's all we need to know. Are they a banner or are they not? Because if they are, then they need to go. So
right.
I want you to vote for me, but I want you to get out and vote for all of the candidates. And we just want you to keep pushing the message, hitting our young folks, because your vote does count.
And give us
Where your vote doesn't count is when you don't vote.
Say that again. That you heard the
Where
judge.
your vote doesn't count when you don't vote. We have a sister who was in a special election, Santana. She lost by 31 votes. Dorchester County, 31 votes.
Come on, y'all.
So your vote counts.
And if
she had knocked on 32 more doors, and they voted. So it does. It does.
And Judge, if it didn't count, folks wouldn't be working so hard to keep you from voting.
That's true. That is so true.
I think anytime anybody's as they say, going hard in the paint, they say, boy, you doing too much. Boy, you sure doing a whole lot to keep me from voting. What's really behind this? Why are you afraid of me voting?
Definitely. Why are you trying to make it difficult and wanting me to bring birth certificates and dealing with voter suppression and changing the lines? Why?
And
because your vote counts.
The website, because it's a Curry 4, the number FOR or the number 4.
It's Curry 4 FOR.
And that's
curryforprobate.com.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Judge. May God continue to bless and have favor on you.
Thank you.
And your incredible family. You know you have a permanent home. I'm so glad you took time out of your busy schedule. I know how busy you are to come back, and I definitely want you to come back before October 19th. Once again, South Carolina,
Definitely.
Election day begins. Election day is October 19th. It ends November 3rd, so don't wait around. And in closing, Judge Curry, I need everybody in Charleston County and the entire state of South Carolina. I need you all to show up to the polls like y'all gonna show up in October when you go up to Columbia to see Usher and Chris Brown. That's what I need.
Thank you.
I'm gonna need y'all to get on the party buses or whatever, or whatever y'all need to do, rent a car, however you gonna figure out a way to get to Columbia to see Usher and Chris Brown. So you need to make a plan now. I need that same energy and more to make sure that Judge Curry becomes the probate judge of Charleston County, South Carolina. Thank you, my sister. We love you. And now we'll see you soon. We'll see you back definitely before Election Day.
And thank you for the opportunity to share my story.
And you family anytime. Come on, you already know. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right. Oh,
Bye-bye.
she's amazing sister, just a beautiful spirit, and really her resume is like second to none. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. All right, everybody, before you get out of here, click on the thumbs up button for a brother right now. Like, share, click that share button, and subscribe. Also, copy and paste the link. Copy and paste the link. You can copy and paste it in an email, in a text message. You can copy and paste the link on your forehead, on your butt cheeks, on your belly button, all over your body. All over my body, my body. What was that song? The keyboard, LSG, Levert, Sweat, and Gill. My body, You can copy and paste the link to this show all over your body if you want to. It's all right with me. I can hear Janet Jackson and Heavy D. All right with me. Yeah, I am real musical, right? So once again, click on the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. And also, don't forget, I need you to do this right now. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Please, 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 please. Leave your comments in the comment section below. We'll see you Friday. We don't call it, it's not a Friday. It's a Friday edition of the Geno Jones Show, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. I love you, real love. Real love. Like a Mary J. Blige. Like a Mary J. Blige or Sky song. Yeah, you know, there was before Mary, even though music is different, the beats were different. Mary J. had Real Love. There was a group called Sky had a song called Real Love too. Real love, it is not a noun. I know, throw out the dictionary. In that case, no, real love is a verb. It is an action word. You show somebody you love them. That's the deal. And I love you. We'll see you live Friday. Shout out to Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check her and her Lexi Jones collection out on Instagram, IG, lx.ncl_. We'll see you Friday live, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll holler.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.